wanted to do a very minor update of my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and I'm also working on building a goat control deck. I'm interested in Thunder Dragon Chaos, and I've been kind of screwing around with it on Dueling Book, just solo. I mean, I'm not really interested in playing like with people too much. Anyway, some minor updates, and then I'm going to share some things that I've been considering. So, of course, we still have, and always will have, that primary core of Hieratic Dragons. Esset just got an ultra rare printing, so that's very nice. I went and picked those up immediately, hoping that they do the same for Sue and for Nebthet soon, but we'll see. Still not really crazy about Nebthet. I'm still just running one, but I do have one in the maybe board. So that is something I am considering upping the count of. Next, got the ultra rare reprint of Hieratic Seal of Convocation. So very nice. I want to make this deck as shiny as I can after all. I dropped down to 2 Dragon Shrine. I realized after playing it a few times and probably screwing up in my gold fishing, my testing, that I was playing it wrong. You can only use 1 per turn. So I'm not really sure I want to see. I'm not really sure I want 3 at that point. I still have my 3rd, of course, and I might decide to put it back in at some point. Regeki, Duster, 3 Typhoon as before. Overkill, but well, we'll see. I mean, maybe one of the Mystical Space Typhoons will come out for one of the other cards I'm interested in putting in. And I'm also thinking of going up to 42. I think I had Upstart Goblin in the build last time I did a video, and I dropped that. The extra 1,000 can be kind of hard to get around. And if I go up to 42 anyway, Upstart Goblin is just kind of a pointless card. Yeah. Monster Reborn. Same 2 Silver's Cry, and same Called by the Grave. If I go up to 42, which, I mean, I'm strongly considering just because of Hitchhiker's Guide, then I have a little bit of room to work with. I'll be able to add 2 cards, and then there are a couple I might be able to cut. And same as before, 3 Solemns and 2 Infinite Impermanents. And I just realized I didn't go through the rest of my monsters. No wonder this seemed a lot shorter. So I stopped at the Hieratic Dragons. We're going to go back and... wow. It's been a long couple of weeks. Flattail and Labradorite still. I was rewatching my old video, and I realized that the way I was explaining why you should run one of each didn't make a whole lot of sense. Long story short, aside from things like chain destruction that you're most likely never going to see, I admit, if you played Tzolkin like I do, and you're running 2 Labradorite Dragon, and the only monsters in your hand are a Tefnuit and a Labradorite Dragon, you special summon Tefnuit. If your opponent has the monster, you tribute summon Labradorite Dragon and summon the other one. Well, now you have 2 tuners and you can't go into Tzolkin. So, besides, I mean, even though 2500 isn't something to really write home about, it's still a decently beefy beater that you can bring back with Red Eyes. So I highly recommend running both. 1 of each. Some older builds would run Luster Dragon, and if you can figure out a Tempest build, then yeah, definitely run Luster Dragon instead of Wattail. But, we'd run Meteor Dragon for, what is it, Redux? Is that the one that was the Dragon of Boulders? Dragon Rulers? I think there was one, Tyhone number 2 for Fire. Bunch of meme dragons. Anyway, I still recommend not running more than 2 vanillas. And I always say you should run 2 6s. So, Red Eyes, Galactic Spiral Dragon, star of the deck. And those rank 8s are just really powerful. 1 Dragard for Dragosaitos. And the Top Decking War, Effect Veiler, Ash Blossom Still, and a new addition that I'm testing out is 2 Nibiru. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. We'll have to see. That's some of the other flex space. The extra deck is still the same as last time, but I will go ahead and go through it anyway and point out cards that I'm considering dropping. Considering cutting that, I just really can't see myself going into it. I know there are niche times that I might, but I just can't see it. Like, maybe there's something really good with this card that I'm not seeing, but what I see when I take a look at this card is something that could have been a rank 6 or rank 8 or a synchro that would have been better. So, oh yeah, I got some updated, I really like these matte dragon shields. Still running just 1 Tzolkin. Don't really see the point in running more. Crystal Wing is almost always my go-to when I summon Tzolkin, or when I use Tzolkin's ability. There's still Void Ogre, which I'll play on occasion. Strong, but I'm more worried about monster effects than I am about spells and traps. Belzy, kind of just there to be hard to get around. Really, when I summon Tzolkin, I want Crystal Wing. Like, the only time I'm going to go for something else other than Crystal Wing is if I have enough monsters to go into a rank 8 play and I need Galactic Spiral Dragons in the grave, and all I have at the moment is Tzolkin. That didn't make any sense. There are times where I don't want to go into Crystal Wing right away, but Crystal Wing is extremely strong. Very impressive card. So, Dragosaitos, again, just for that top decking war if I get there and I have Dragard. It's just a big beefy guy that I can throw at the opponent. It's not really great. Star Reader is only in here, like I said in my last video, because Nebthet is awkward. If you just have Esset or Tefnuit and Nebthet in hand and nothing else, then you have a 5 and a 6 on the board. So your options in deck building are to include Star Reader so that you can at least get Labradorite and go into something. Include the Seal, which, again, meh. You can do one or the other. I mean, at least Star Reader's, it's okay. Or you include a level 5 normal, or a level 1, 2, or 3 normal Dragon Tuner. But that's another vanilla that you have to run into, and that's a dead card otherwise, for the most part. So I just run Star Reader just to make it easy. I mean, I guess I could drop Star Reader and keep the Seal. I'll have to look at this and see which one I prefer more. Star Reader is basically just a 3200 vanilla. And, Anyway, it's one of my favorite synchros of all time. When it came out, it was really strong, and I was definitely running it. Anyway, still running Photon Strike Bouncer and a Tum. Those are the only 2 6s I run. Then Gaia Charger. Up to the 8s, run Girsu. Draglubian. 2 Hope Harbingers, because I've been struggling to find anything else to fill up that space. I wanted another number dragon, and then Numeron, which is the primary kill button. Here are the cards I'm considering. Considering Scarlight instead of one of the cards in the extra deck. Worst case scenario, if I'm screwed but I can summon Tzolkin, then I can go into Scarlight and hope that, well, Hope that it doesn't die immediately. Hope that I don't, that the effect is not negated. I feel like it would be, but it's a possibility. Yeah. A second Atum, and with that, the new Heliopolis, and also with that, 1 or 2 of the new Hieratic Seal of Creation. I can't see myself ever using more than one of these, and can't really see myself ever using more than one Atum, so I'm not really sure if I need a second one, but it was under $1 for an ultra rare from the new printing, like whatever. This was super cheap as well. I think it was under $1. I think that one was under $1. I think this was like $1 or $2. But I mean, it's not as good as Dingirsu, not as good as Crystal Wing, but it does prevent targeting, I think. Yeah. So it just kind of saves you against that. And I can Xyz summon it normally, or I could do it with Hieratic Seal. The thing is, I don't know when I'd ever really be wanting to get rid of one of my other dragons for it. So I also don't know if I'd ever actually end up using that ability to summon something from the grave. But it's a possibility. If I do anything, it's probably just going to be to add one of each of these and ignore the other Atom and other seal. Next up is Galaxy Eye Cypher and Cypher X Dragon. I keep having to read Cypher X because I keep forgetting, but I mean, it's just easy stuff I can summon, so. Second Nebthed is the option. I still have that upstart. What's probably going to happen is I'm probably just going to buy another one of these, and then, because I think you can run 2 in GOAT format, and then just throw them in there. So there's that third Dragon Shrine, and I picked up a Mind Control. I'm not sure if I really want to use it. I didn't even realize it was legal. Pretty sure it's legal now. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. Really, where it would be useful is taking an opponent's like strong Synchro or whatever while I'm able to summon Galactic Spiral Dragon, because that then lets me summon a rank 8 with it. But I feel like that's such a niche use that I don't know if it's really viable. So I'll have to see. I'll have to do some more testing and go from there. But yeah, that's the those are the little updates. The deck is still basically the same. It's not like much has really changed, and not like much will really change over time. The core of the deck is, I mean, you can't really change that too much. You need hieratic dragons, you need normals, you need ways to find them. Yep, that's where I am with that.